on NFL Live, Julio Jones said earlier this week he wants out of Atlanta, and players around the league are capitalizing, making pitches for Julio to join their team. A.J. Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Ramsey, Marlon Humphrey, Trent Brown, Darius Slay, just some of the players that have taken to social media in recent days with the hopes of recruiting Jones. I wonder if he's actually looking at those tweets. He's like, okay, yeah, you had the best tweet, so I'm going to go to your team. Either way, they're hoping they can all get him, right? And you saw those pitches, but let's talk about actual fits for Julio Jones. So, Jeff, you start us off. Where do you think is the best fit for Julio?
San Francisco, baby. Let's go. All we talking about is quarterbacks all off season. You know who we're going to trade up for, which guy we give it over. Send him back a little reunion with Kyle Shanahan from his Atlanta Falcons days and bring he and Julio together. Think about this team, and you're seeing it on your screen right now, right? Ayuk, Kittle, Samuel. Listen, these dudes are built to score a bunch of points. Got a very good offensive line. And here's the thing. Julio, we know, stays banged up. He already knows what Kyle wants in his offense and where to be. He's one of the best receivers, well, off-script plays where he can go make a play and just be athletic, not necessarily pinpoint accurate on the route running because of lack of practice. When I look at it, I like that fit out in San Fran.
Dan?
I don't hate the fit, but I still like New England and Tennessee. I think that it's important to point out that when you're trading for Julio Jones, Jeff, you kind of hit to this point. You're not getting a guy that's practicing on Wednesdays and Thursdays or even Fridays that much. Okay, so he better know your system.
Right.
And look at Tennessee's system that they're going to run is very similar to what he ran with Kyle Shanahan. You're talking about two dudes on the outside. Now, dudes, A.J. Brown and then Julio Jones. And then you're talking about a run game that is as good as anybody in the NFL. Where Derrick Henry, you're going to get so many one-on-one matchups. Ryan Tannehill is a top 10 quarterback production-wise in the NFL. So I do like him in Tennessee because he's going to know the offensive fit. Jeff, you know this a little bit. I played with two kind of aging receivers, right? One was Reggie Wayne. Reggie didn't really have an injury history. Reggie was practicing on Wednesdays, and he was practicing on Thursdays. When I was starting with Reggie, we were after practice 45 minutes getting reps. He wanted to know exactly where the ball was going to be. And then I played with Calvin Johnson when he was an older. Nope, no reps. Calvin barely practiced on Fridays. And that's what you're getting with Julio Jones.
Right.
Now, Calvin and Matthew had the reps. And that's why the scheme fit is so important where he goes. Because when I go, hey, Julio, I need you to be on the inside edge of the numbers and you got a 20-yard burner post, he better know that route because I'm not throwing it to him in the week, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why schematic fit is such a big part of this trade for Julio Jones and where he goes.
Yeah, I like all that, but the Baltimore Ravens is the perfect spot for Julio Jones. First of all, they're going to face 8-9-man boxes, and are you going to leave Julio one-on-one? I don't give a damn how old he is as far as a wide receiver or how many days he practices. You don't think Mark Andrews would love to have another guy to take some attention away? Look, all you have to do is go back and look at the interception Lamar threw against the Buffalo Bills. It was 9 people around Mark Andrews, and even the crowd knew that he was throwing the ball to the tight end. We talked about evolving this passing game in Baltimore as well. He would go a long way in that regard. Like, both of y'all fits are great. Like, the argument for him is wonderful. But Jeff mentioned off script. Is there a better quarterback off script than Lamar Jackson?
Ooh.
We mentioned having the ability to catch one-on-ones. Is it a better team to play for as a wide receiver and get matched up one-on-one against that Baltimore Ravens run game? Julio, don't make this difficult, man.
Hey.
The people that already hollered at you. Baltimore the spot for you, big dog.
I'm making the final call here. You guys didn't know this. I'm going with the Ravens. Like, mainly for Lamar Jackson. I want Lamar Jackson to have Julio Jones. And also, they're about to have to pay Lamar, so why not give him that receiver to make him that much better? We got to go, Dan, but I'm sorry. Plenty of teams, I'm not that sorry. Plenty of teams would like to have Julio Jones on their roster.
You got to go now.
But the question is, can they take on that $15 million salary in 2021? Here's a look at the top 12 teams with the most cap space remaining for the 2021 season, starting with the Jaguars. Some notables in that top 12 that could actually get Julio: the Browns, Colts, Washington, 49ers, and the Patriots. I mean, the money is really important here. Dan Graziano, what more could you tell us on this potential trade situation, especially keeping that in mind about cap space?
Well, that's critical, Laura, right? Because Julio Jones' cap hit for the Falcons, if they keep him, is about $23 million. But if you trade for him, the cap hit is only $15.3 million. That's his fully guaranteed salary for this year. And then you have 11 and a half each of the next 2 years. Only $2 million of that is guaranteed, so you're getting a pretty good deal. You don't see Baltimore, Tennessee, teams like that on that list. They would have to do some work to clear cap space. The Chiefs, other teams that have been thrown around, would have to clear cap space. But you'll see teams that are interested. The question is, what can the Falcons get, right? This is a 32-year-old player. Dan mentions he doesn't practice. He's got some nagging injuries. Missed about half the season last year. I think a second-round pick would be a pretty good get for the Atlanta Falcons at this point, given all that goes into this situation.
Yeah, that's what's been kind of the secondary really interesting point in this, Graz, is what will the Falcons actually get with as slow as this is played out?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.